Hello and welcome. My name is TyrionLanstr. Folks, I'm really excited because I have finally unlocked the last layer to my Dragon Blessing. I've gotten to our fifth and final layer, the Dragon's Claw. I cannot be more excited to this. As you can see, I haven't even rolled it a single time yet. I'm still working through my fourth page, but I've finally gotten to over 1,600 total blessings, and so I unlocked the last page. So, like I've done with all the others, I want to break down what to expect from this fifth and final page and kind of compare it to some of the others. So first things first, as you've noticed, as you get to the higher levels, it costs a little bit more blessing stones and a little bit more gold dragons. If we compare it to the fourth stage, where it's 300 blessing stones and 2 million gold, we just go up by 100 or 1 million each, so 400 blessing stones and 3 million gold dragons. This is pretty much in line with the upgrade from the third to the fourth, where we were 201 million to 302 million, now 403 million. So hope that makes sense, people, but it's just going up each time. The lower ones are a good bit less. It was just 50 and 500, and then the very first one was just 50 and 300k. So again, as we get further on, it's going to cost more. Now, looking at the actual rewards that you get with each, we now have finally emerged over the 1,500 blessing stone cap that we had seen in the last few. Where the best blessing stones you get was 1,500. Again, you get 1,500, and then it was, I think, 1,500 here. So we finally actually increased beyond that and gone to 1,800. There's also a chance to get 1,200, and then your worst off is just the 600, which, I think interestingly enough is better than the second tier and the very first one. So lots of blessing stones to be gotten if you do get to this stage. But also keep in mind that with it costing 400 each, you're really not getting as much back as you do at some of the earlier stages. Like, let's say we look at this stage where we're getting 200 blessing stones per spin. You can look at 800 blessing stones and see 800 blessing stones, or you can see 4 additional spins. If we compare that to here, where we're getting 1,200, it sounds like you're getting more, but it's really only 3 spins, because 1,200 divided by 400 is going to be just 3 spins. So you're really getting more at those earlier stages. You're getting a little bit less blessing stones back. The 3 kind of, I'm going to call it S tier, but top center of the board rewards that you get a extended skill effect for the Devastate. So if you go back to your Sapphire Dragon, what this is referring to is if you go all the way down to the Devastate skill, which is right here, basically you only get it in 2 battles, but now this would mean that you get it in a 3rd battle, or once you get it to the max level and you get it in 3 battles, now you get it for a 4th battle. So you're getting kind of a little bit of a bonus. Obviously it's going to deal more damage, you're going to get to use it more frequently. So that's the kind of top reward, is that additional skill effect for Devastate. You can also get basically an activate that when you do your Dragon Bite for your Moon Shadow Dragon, it's going to change the priority from the lowest tier troops to the highest tier troops. So again, if we go back here and look at our dragon, so if we go to our Shadow Moon, if we go to the Dragon Bite, as you can see, right now it is affecting lower tier first, but if you got that upgrade, it would then affect higher tier troops first. I'll say that I don't know that a lot of people typically use the Dragon Bite all that often, especially if you have a Sapphire Dragon. It just has some better, like the people mostly would use Blockade, and that kind of counts as a Dragon Bite to the extent that you can't bite the same castle multiple times. So I think that just in general, people tend to use that. But if you're going to actually be affecting higher tier troops, then it might make it worthwhile, as especially if they have T5s, that's going to really deal some damage. Okay, the last Dragon Blessing that we get at our Tier 5 is the Merit Huntsman for Moon Shadow. This, again, just gives the ability to kind of get bonus merit whenever you are in battle for the Moon Shadow. So again, just really quickly going and showing that. It's right here. Merit Huntsman, you get 20% more merit. Nothing too crazy, but definitely a nice little perk to having. Now, the outer ring is going to be pretty much the same that we've been expecting of all the others, with a few small differences. So, as you can see here, these are all reducing enemy attack. In the past, we were reducing enemy health or I believe it was even enemy defense in some of the lowest. Yeah, so enemy defense there, enemy health later on, and now we are at enemy attack. So definitely the best reward there in terms of reducing enemy total attack or reducing enemy troop attacks. Definitely good. The actual dragon defense and the dragon strength is pretty much the same. I don't believe there's any changes there. That's pretty uniform across all 5 of them. And then instead of increasing either your first 2 dragons, now you get to increase your sapphire dragon with this kind of intermediate skill, I think is what they call it. You can increase sapphire up to level 10, and then you're getting kind of the damage components of the other 4 stages, where you get either the increased dragon protection damage reduction, or you'll increase the crit damage. So again, in the past ones, in 1 and 3, you're getting the whole crit damage and crit damage chance, so you're getting more damage. Again, this one's same thing, where it's giving damage chance, crit chance, and crit damage. You're just getting crit damage on the 5th tier, and then 2 and 4 give the protection chance and protection damage, and then again in the tier 5 you just get protection damage. So you're not increasing your chances anymore, just increasing the damage reduction or the damage itself for the crits. So I hope that that makes sense for you all, and you understand what you're getting yourself into if you do choose to do the 5th and final tier. I honestly think I'm still focused on wrapping up my 3rd tier just because it is a little bit cheaper, and I kind of want to try and get some of these rewards. I'd love to get on the spot execution, or I'd love to get that new permanent skin for my sapphire dragon. Those are kind of just some permanent stat buffs that I would love to get, and on the spot execution I just think would be really helpful to have. I also really want to get my Moon Shadow Dragons level up, so I'm still focused on this tier until I have a few of them maxed like I do in the others. I'll probably keep doing this one, and then once I have a few of them maxed, I'll move on to the 5th and final tier. But in the meantime, just wanted to show you all what you have to expect. Definitely lots of good stuff here, very, very interesting, and I hope you guys enjoyed this one. But until next time, my name is TyrionLanstr, and I'll see you then.